want to see you do the painting.
I'm not doing a paint night.
Please.
Oh, my painting would be sick.
You would be good. All right, hold on. Let me go. I'm just thinking of you painting.
What was that?
Start it off from here. So it sets here. Welcome to another series. No, it wouldn't be a series, is it? Hold on.
Oh yeah, now good starting, eh?
Welcome to another segment of the question and answer, but no, it's not a question.
It's not even question and answer
It's a whole
anymore.
new series.
All right, start.
2, 3, go.
By popular demand, we're gonna do a
hold
series.
On, start it off from here. So it sets here.
It never gets edited.
Yes, it does.
No, because they're always like, oh, this is the first part, it's the best part.
I'm laughing still.
Go.
You want to start it? Go.
Welcome everybody.
Start it today.
Okay, I'm gonna start it today. Thanks for all your feedback last week.
That's how you're starting
to the Q&A.
it?
Yeah, because I want to thank the fans.
What's the name of our?
It's called Building Hurting Bombs.
All right, let's start it over. Ready? Hold on. Let me
right,
start it, and then you can go. And then you can say thank you for everybody.
I already said thank you, but
all right.
okay.
No. All right, so welcome. By popular demand, we have Costa Kladianos back, myself, Bazooka Joe Valtellini, and we're starting a new series because of the great feedback that you guys gave us. It's called Bazooka Strength, powered by
Tempus Performance.
There you go. Costa's the gym name that we used to own together. Now it's his. Tempus Performance.
Yeah, Joe abandoned me.
For Bazooka Kickboxing. So I think the fans could be okay with that.
The people.
The peoples.
All right.
All right. So our series 1, this is going to be episode 1, and we're calling it Hurting Bombs. And we're going to let Costa explain why it's called Bazooka Strength, powered by Tempus Performance, Building Hurting Bombs. Why is it called Building Hurting Bombs?
It's a short title. Okay, so back at the gym, when we started Tempus Performance, up on the board, there was a quote, "We build hurting bombs," from the Rocky, the latest Rocky, and just randomly was put up there and became a thing.
So now the segment is called Building Hurting Bombs. Perfect name for it.
It's an anticlimactic
because that's what we
story.
build. That's what we were building.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're just going to go on and talk a little bit today.
Joe, welcome back, though.
Thank you.
He was in. Tell us a little bit. You were in Brussels for Glory.
I was in Brussels for Glory. Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. I was a little disappointed on the peeing boy. For those who watched my vlog down there, I walked with Whitney for like an hour to find this amazing Brussels peeing boy, and the thing was like.
What's a ping boy?
Peeing boy.
What are you even saying?
A peeing boy.
Oh, a peeing.
A peeing boy.
I don't even want to take that out of context.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are you walking around Brussels looking for a peeing boy?
I swear to you, it literally was this
Why are you
big.
even admitting that on camera?
We walked around for an hour to look at this famous peeing boy, and there's this little peeing
what
boy.
goes on
peeing.
in Brussels?
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. And the waffles
It's a statue, guys. It's a statue.
The waffles were so overrated, it was ridiculous. I honestly would much rather put an Eggo in the toaster, put a little bit of Nutella on it, and it would have tasted better than the waffles in Brussels.
Eggos are nice. Don't talk about waffles because Matt gets mad because we didn't have chicken and waffles in LA.
I'm still pissed off at that. That's
I
all I
know.
wanted to
Everybody's
do. We
off
all
on
got
me.
all sensitive and stubborn and didn't want to go, and now no one got to go.
It's a bit overrated, I think.
All right, let's talk about some strength stuff.
All right.
So first things first, for those who watched the last vlog series, it was the 2-year anniversary at Bazooka Kickboxing, which is a huge time. So
Congrats.
I'm going to give myself a round of applause.
I'll give you a round of applause.
No one else is clapping around, but we'll let that go.
Thanks, guys.
But it was the 2 years, and I decided to vlog a little bit about what was happening behind the scenes. And I did a little strength segment where I got the new camera, I got all excited, and I did my whole strength routine, a little tease. But let me give you some backstory behind it. I really had to send it to Costa beforehand to get okayed because he always gets upset. I've wanted to share because he wants me to, he wants certain things to be displayed, but I went behind his back and I released all of that workout. This is the first time I'm asking your thoughts. Were you okay with me posting that video?
I was fine with it. It's what we did. Like it's good. You know, you got in the 3-plate squats there for reps. You used to get it hit the 4 plates. You know, you didn't max out on the deadlift.
It was a volume day, and I made sure to put volume because Costa's a strength guy, and if I don't squat my max all the time, he's gonna get pissed off. So, especially if I'm putting it for video, he feels that I should have put my max rather than all my volume.
Because
training.
I've seen you do the 4-plate
yeah, but
squats,
have the people
the 4-plate
watching,
deadlifts.
But the people watching, I wanted to show some volume. It was a 2-year
nice.
anniversary.
It was good. Like it was good. It's strong. Like I liked it. It was nice. I'll give you that.
What would you take from that? What did you want? Let's start off with that. Let's give some pointers. So those who didn't watch the vlog, make sure you go watch it now because Costa's going to explain something from it. What did you like? What did you not like?
I mean, it's a lower body day. You mixed it up. You hit things. But here's what I want to do. If you go watch that vlog and you try and copy that workout, don't. It's a very advanced workout. You got to build up to it, and this is the problem I see. Everyone sees the workouts on like YouTube, all these people doing stuff. Everybody's at a different level. So I mean, start basic. Know what you can do. Get a coach. Again, I'll say that every time. I saw comments, people like, oh, can you lay out a program for me on the YouTube thing? No, I can't, because I don't know you. I don't know your body. Like, you can do some basic stuff. Like I said, I'll go check some stuff out from Jim Wendler. They have some basic stuff. That's the stuff you can start. Like, his 5-3-1 program is awesome. The 5x5 programs you see out there, starting strength, those programs specific are for beginners.
Okay, but let's start basic with them. Let's start, if we had to, and we're going to talk about this as kickboxers and as combat athletes, and this is why this strength series is different than those bodybuilding ones and all these other nonsense ones you guys see. But this is a for combat sports series. So let's talk about that. The most athletes, we can't get as big as strong as we would like because there's camps. And during your camp time, we can't keep that type of high volume because our focus is technical, our focus is strategy and getting as strong, as powerful as we can for the fight and peak on fight day. So the average combat athlete probably has about 3 days to do strength. 3 days, give me 3 days that you would recommend people to do, and how would they structure those 3 days?
Right. I'm going to take this as an absolute.
But let's keep it within like a good amount of time.
That's not possible.
I understand that, but we're starting slow. We're starting with just one little thing. Let's start with, they have 3 days. How should they even structure those 3 days?
From a complete beginner, I'm going to start with, and then we can
No one
work
has ever
up.
done anything. Start now, and then each week we can get a little bit more.
So they're going to come to me, the guy or the girl, and we're going to, first you have to do an assessment of the person. Okay, 100%. The functional movement screen is good.
But
How
remember,
are they
a lot of people don't have coaches. I'm going to cut you off there. So then they just want to be able to go in and do it.
Okay.
If they have a coach, the coach is going to tell them what to do anyway. So
what a great idea.
I understand that. We got to that point. That was your first point. Get a coach.
All right, fine.
But now a lot of people don't have the luxury of having coaches, so they're watching our videos to learn because they don't have the money to pay for the coach.
Okay, I would set it up as simple push one day, pull one day, legs the other day. Now,
so what's a push, what's a pull?
And see how I laid it out was perfect. Let's start with the legs day because that's the most, so lower body legs day because that's the one that's going to really work your hips. That's the one that's going to get you explosive. And for overall body strength, and you work your legs and your hips, your whole body's going to benefit from that. So
break down some exercises.
Yeah. So I would have my first exercise would always be a compound movement. A compound movement is something that works multi-joints, works multiple muscles. It's not just isolating something. And you want to start at the beginning because it's nervous system intensive. Your first exercise should always be the one that's taxing your nervous system the most, and you need to be coordinated the most. Because if you try that at the end, you're not going to have the strength, you're not going to have the results, and you're not going to have the development that you want. So for example, we'll start off with a squat. When I say squat, I don't mean just put the bar on your back and go down. Not everybody can do that, especially when they start first. For a beginner, I would start with a goblet squat.
Okay, I think to keep this video at a certain length,
you're going
off again.
Go off and check goblet squats.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do a separate video on squat progression.
Okay, yeah, goblet squats.
Squats, lower body day one squats.
I would keep that low too. Low reps. A little bit of higher weight so you can develop your strength.
And then you'll explain in another video what that means.
And then the next one, I'd do a little more volume. I'd do get a little more of a pump in my next exercise, but I would move to a single leg. So a split squat, something like that, split squat. So because what that does is now you've done both legs at the beginning, and now you're gonna work single legs because when you do your sport, you're going on one leg at a time. Especially when you're kicking, you're on one leg. When you're moving, your legs are all the way around. So you wanna work that again. Okay, I'm done with that. Go check out split squats. Third, I want to do a rehab movement, a prehab rehab. So a reverse hyperextension, awesome, great lower body movement. Or a good morning, check those out. Okay, that's your leg day. Why don't we just do the push and pull days another day if you want to keep it short?
All right, day one.
I want to go more into the lower body day.
That's fair.
Why I like it, because it's an important day. I don't want to
So then they're going to have to
it.
follow on next week. That's fine.
Yeah.
I was going to say we can actually do videos of us showing these another time.
You know what? Go check out different videos from like Elite FTS or guys on how to do these movements. I could do the demonstration, but there's just so many on the internet. We're not giving any extra content.
Okay, I like it. So squat 1, 2 is a single leg exercise, and we like to do those rear split squats,
those are good.
rear lunges. Those are the ones we've been popular with.
They suck.
Rehab. Where did you go with your rehab?
Rehab, prehab.
Okay.
So reverse hyperextension is awesome. If you don't have that equipment in your gym, you can like modify it and get that in. You can also do, well, look those up. Westside Barbell has some good reverse hyperextension videos. I'm shouting out different people because they're good. What do we also do? We do a lot of things
hamstring
like
work usually.
Hamstring work, yeah. On a ball, hamstring curls. You can do a lot of progressions with those. And for this, you want to keep yourself like 4 sets of 10, just a volume size. The first one, when you do squats, keep it like 4 or 5 sets of 5.
Because that's the strength component.
That's the strength development. Some people.
So what would you do for single legs? Well, we're on the topic of reps. So you would do, usually we would do 3 to 4 sets of 5 aside.
5 aside, 5 to 6, 7, depends how you feel.
So
like
keeping the load still pretty high with less reps.
But if you're doing 5 and it's so easy, just keep going. Like, there's a famous quote, it might have been Muhammad Ali, even if it isn't, it's a sick quote to attribute to him. It's like, when do you start counting reps? When it starts hurting.
Okay.
Yeah. And by hurting, we mean when the lactic acid is building up, not like when there's serious pain.
And I think the biggest thing you see from athletes is the difference between a great athlete and a mediocre to a crappy athlete is that athlete who is motivated is going to keep pushing those reps. They're going to go till failure, and that's how you get stronger quicker. People will do 10, and once they feel a little bit of discomfort, they stop.
Force your body to adapt. Look at Arnold. Look at Arnold.
You have to push your body. You
Again,
gotta push it.
we say you don't want to do a bodybuilding workout, but look at how bodybuilders train. Look at how Arnold train. They take it to the next level. There's a scene in Pumping Iron where they're doing squats and they just keep going, and at the end they're on the floor, they're destroyed. If you don't force your body to adapt, it's not going to adapt. You might as well just sit at home. Your body has to be, you have to tear it down. I know that sounds bad, but then it builds itself up to be able to handle that load next time. So you got to put 100% effort every time. People who say just go in there, get the pump going, those are the same people you see year after year that don't get any results.
Yeah. I look at it like I try to teach as a staircase. Like, you get stronger, then you break your body down, and then it builds stronger, breaks down, and it kind of continually goes up.
And
but
that's
it's
the thing.
Progress.
Yeah.
But people also go too heavy too quick.
Oh yeah, you got to find that thing where you can do 5. If you're prescribed 5 reps and it's too easy, go more. But if it's too hard, if you hit failure before 5 reps, you're going too heavy. So use that prescribed rep as your guideline.
Rank question for you.
Uh-oh.
Rank question of the day. That stupid comment you hear, I'm going to call it stupid, it's really a myth, when girls or guys will come up to you and say, I can't do weights because I'll get too big.
Yeah. Good luck.
Go off on that. They're going to get too big. If I work out once or twice, guys, all I need is one workout. I'm going to get way too big. If that was true,
we would all look like Arnold. Like, get in the gym, lift a couple of weights. I'm going to tell you something. Especially I hear this a lot with girls. They want to go in, they want to get toned, they want to get big. The girls that I train lift exactly like the guys, and a lot of them on the lower body are stronger than a lot of guys. Girls are very good on the lower body, and they work harder. It's
flexibility.
Flexibility and their strength, and they listen. Some of the guys do macho lifts, and then they hurt themselves. But those girls that lift harder than the guys, they'll look great because one thing that they're missing is that they have lower testosterone naturally. The girls that you see at bodybuilding competitions, they're on steroids.
A lot of them.
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting. Even those bikini models, I heard.
Yeah, you look at the professional bodybuilding scene, that's a drug game. You don't want to get any deal with that. But if you're in there, you're training hard, you're eating clean, you're going to look great for your body type. Even like, let's say Joe does a bodybuilding thing, he's not going to look like Arnold. Well, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
But I'm laughing. Sorry that I'm laughing because Costa and I discussed this earlier. I asked them a question on the myth, and now somehow we're talking about steroids and bikini models. And
because that's the perception.
Go back to the damn question. We have a certain amount of time.
It's the perception.
We can't keep going. The initial question was, Costa, explain the myth of why and how frustrating it is when people tell you
it's
that they get too big and they can't.
You're not going to look like that.
So explain it instead of bikini fitness models.
All right, here's what's going to determine how you look.
Okay.
Number one thing of all time is genetics, okay?
Yes.
You're bound by your genetics. You're going to blow up, you're going to look a certain size, your muscles are shaped a certain size. It's who your parents are. The number 2 thing is diet. How do you eat? Do you eat like a bodybuilder? Do you eat like an athlete?
What percentage is it training to diet?
Oh, it's 80% diet.
80% diet, okay.
Yeah, if your diet's not good, your training isn't going to do anything.
Okay, next, I'm going to keep you focused.
Yeah, 20% is your lifting. Lifting should not change. I mean, lift for a goal. Bodybuilders lift a little bit differently than an athlete for different goals, fine. But even if you're training as a bodybuilder, you're probably not going to look like a bodybuilder unless you have those genetics. I'm not sorry.
Or the vitamin S.
Yeah, it's steroids, bad. So that's, I mean, it's if you're going in there to train to look good, you're not going to get too muscular. You're just going to look good. So train hard, be consistent.
And reps also matter, right? If you're doing 5 sets of 5 for strength, you're not going to develop as much size doing strength until you do more time under tension.
It depends on your genetics. I've seen people
because
who do a powerlifting routine and they just get jacked. And I've seen people do a bodybuilding routine and they get strong. But at that same point, people say, oh, it's about reps. Low reps for strength, high reps to tone. And it's people think, okay, if I just do 5,
so you're
you do 5 hard reps.
Individual at that point.
Yeah. Are you doing 5 hard reps or are you just doing 5 reps and stopping? You know, it's intensity as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bit of a rant.
That's okay.
But again, it goes back to nutrition. How are you eating? Are you getting in your protein?
So we got to do another video.
I got another rant.
We got to do another video on squat progression.
Rant?
Ask the video guys. Do we have enough time?
We got some time for a rant. All right, they say yes. Okay.
Okay. Later, Derek.
Derek's gone. Okay.
Hey.
People, fighters and athletes who are hiring bodybuilding nutrition coaches to do their nutrition. Bodybuilding and athletics are 2 completely different things. Bodybuilding, you eat to look good on stage, okay? To get to show your muscles in the best light, which is fine for your sport. But I see people who do like no carbs when they're training for a fight or training to weight cut, and that's so dangerous. Some people, there's a small majority.
We tried that, remember? Like I totally cut my carbs and I felt terrible.
You had no
energy at all.
Yeah, and the ketogenic diet is great for shredding, great for losing weight, but in terms of an athlete, you need some of that carbs. People are very, they get their energy from that. It's all about getting a balanced diet when you're training. Get your protein.
Do you feel, and I feel people overcomplicate their diet?
100%.
Like I think people and all these athletes are micronutrients and they're looking at it's just, I think it's overcomplicated. When people ask me about my diet, it's simple and it's basic. I mean, that's the first thing you taught me. We were cutting out so much carbs at one point and he's like, hey, maybe cut a little bit of your protein out and add carbs. Well-balanced diet, and it seemed to work well.
Then how are these gurus going to charge $10,000 to do your diet? They gotta find an angle. They gotta find a fad. But I mean, again, it's what works for you. With me, you need carbs in your diet.
Oh, I'm Italian. I grew up on pasta and bread.
Yeah.
I eat a bowl of pasta and at the end I dip the bread in sauce.
So when you're training and you go on a keto diet, you're dead. Like it doesn't work for you. With me, I'm the opposite. Carbs blow me right
What's
up.
your thoughts on these athletes who are all believing in this vegan diets?
I mean, if you're a vegan and that's your thing, that's cool.
But like, if you as a strength coach, science guy, a fact guy, what does being a vegan do for your recovery and performance? Do you need protein in your diet to recover from
the athletes I train? Yes, there are some athletes who work well in a vegan diet that I've seen, and that's
where do they get their protein?
They get their protein from like sources like soy, and I mean soy's not the best. Pea protein, I mean they're not the best proteins, but it works. So if you are vegan, all I can say is make sure you're getting your protein in when you're training. And
list some sources, because I think a lot of people are confused what vegans were.
So true vegan, and I'm not an expert on it, is you're not having obviously your meats, your cheeses, your milk, anything that comes from an animal. So I mean pea protein, soy protein, those are plant-based proteins. I mean if you're not a vegan, they're not the best sources for you, just because animal egg protein has more essential amino acids, but it can be done as a vegan. I've seen people. So make sure you're getting enough protein in to rebuild and recover your muscles, whether that's from supplemented or that's from actual food sources. That's fine, I think. And also vitamin B and iron are 2 things. But again, I'm not the vegan expert. I train my athletes and their nutrition based on eating kind of everything. But if you're vegan, that's what you want to look at. I'm not going to rant on it, Joe. I like vegan. I support my vegan people. You guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else, man? I think we should wrap this up. So let's get a quick recap of what we're going to continue to show to them. We need to do a squat progression.
Okay.
Next video, we got to make sure we discuss day 2. And day 1 was all about lower body. And as Costa says, he's like to start with his main lift.
Yeah, strength lift, a little more of a pump later, and then a rehab exercise.
Making sure there's a single leg exercise.
Single leg, keep the joints going.
Maybe what we'll do is, the guys listening can have it, maybe you could put a little summary sheet for people online.
Oh my God.
Like a few points to say day 1, lower body, give some points out, give some of your suggestions. So this way at the end of the video or when we're done talking about it, they have at least a little part of the video where they can look. Fair?
I can do that, yes, yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so again, appreciate it. I know there was
only
a lot
because I love Team Bazooka.
Yeah, powered by Tempus Performance.
Powered by Tempus Performance.
Let me tell you, a lot of people think it's crazy. This was the man that told me how, and we both agreed on the same page about how stupid running is for sports. And I think we're going to go
not for sports, for
kickboxing and a
sports.
3-minute sports.
Certain sports.
And I mean, I was the bag work, so I want to touch on that. I want us to discuss that because a lot of
that
people...
needs its own video.
That needs its own video.
Yeah, because that's a whole thing.
We need a squat progression. We need day 2. We need day 3. So there's a lot of cool things coming.
We'll do
Costa,
energy systems. Yeah,
energy systems, I think, is huge. Because I think that's what people misunderstand. It's all of sport and exercise and activities all about energy systems.
So for the running video, that goes into the energy systems because that's a whole topic on its own.
Okay, so there's another video. So lots of cool things happening. Yeah. Costa's going to put that little summary sheet for everyone for the different exercises you guys should do and a little summary of what he talked about for day 1, lower body day. I'm good. Costa, you want to end the video?
No, because I can just keep talking.
I know.
I can just keep going.
I did a better job at keeping him on task this time.
Do even better next time. I'll try.
He'll be even better.
Yeah.
But we appreciate his rants, and I think that's what makes
I appreciate the comments, appreciate the love.
And he's been going on. And if you guys ask the right question, I'm going to tell you some of the most frustrating things from someone can ask me is they ask me a question that can literally take me 10 years to answer. Try to ask a little bit more specific questions. Don't ask, what do you do for strength, Joe? Costa, give me your strength routine. It's a lot more complicated than that.
Be specific. We don't have that much time.
Be specific. Ask a little bit more specific questions. Even within this segment, write some questions below. This way, the next week, we'll implement a question and answer, which I think is good. So let's do... I don't know. Just
big ups to Tristan Pompey. Big home run last night, University of Kentucky.
That's one of his strengths, guys.
One of my guys.
But yeah, write your questions below and we'll add a little question and answer segment within the series.
All right, we're good.
All right, peace.
It went a half an hour again, didn't it? That's not bad.
That's
we're
not
getting
bad.
lower.
That's better.